A very warm welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us on India's biggest digital franchise business webinar. My name is Neha Gaur, and we are back again with some new brands for you. Before starting today's webinar, I would like to invite you for the special opportunities where every Indian finds a business. Correct. I'm talking about India's biggest business expo. It's been 4 days. I'm giving you a reminder. The most awaited business expo is back for you all. Join over 500 franchisors and 50,000 plus verified buyers on the 15th and 16th of July at Hall number 5, Pragati Maidan, Delhi. For 2 days, 15th and 16th of July, Franchisee India 2023 will be home to franchisors, franchisees, and the startup community. So come to be a part of this Mega Franchise Expo 2023. You can reserve your entries now on the link shared on the screen and chat box. Also, the same will be shared with you on your registered email ID. So hurry up and book your slot. So you all know that we appreciate your participation in our webinars, and the main aim of these webinars are to provide you the business information, opportunities in Franchise India and the brands. Also in these live webinars, we connect you with the brands directly and let you explore the platform to answer your queries. We hope we'll learn new things and have a great session with us. So to keep this webinar more interactive, please keep sharing your queries, views, and advices in the chat box. So I know that you all know the procedure of Q&A, but again, we might have some new participants here. For them, I would like to repeat the procedure one more time. If you have any question during the webinar, please type them into the chat window. We'll address them during the Q&A. We hope that you will feel more comfortable and confident about brands by the end of our time together today. With this, I would like to welcome our panelists. Today, from our team, we do have, from panelist side, I'm going to start with my first panelist. As you know that all you have the idea about today's webinar because you have seen the marketing links. So our today's webinar is based on opportunities with North region brands, means the brands we're going to cover are based out of North part. With this, I would like to welcome our first brand, which is Strain Clothing, a brand which is redefining fashion sense with a bold experimental approach. Today, we have Mr. Shahab Sefi and Ms. Harchika with us to tell you more about the brand and franchisee opportunities available in Indian market for you all. Over to you, Sefi ji and Harchika.
Yeah, Anshika, you would like to talk about the brand.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for introducing us. So basically, Trine is a clothing brand and it's very close to our heart. It's more about emotionally connecting with your apparels and everything rather than just another business for you. So, Trine Clothing, we I'll just give you a gist about it. So our background, we are coming from complete fashion background and from the film industry and from fashion field. And so we have all our team is basically Niftians. And the top-notch people from NIFTs, IIMs, and everywhere is what we are working with currently. As for fashion, so fashion is something which is like you आपको बहुत सारा लोग मिल जाएंगे जो कि बहुत सारे अपैरल्स होते हैं, बहुत सारी ब्रांड्स होते हैं. तो यू थिंक वाई ट्राइन. सो आपको बहुत सारे अपैरल ब्रांड्स होते हैं लेकिन उनका क्या होता है वो मास प्रोडक्शन करते हैं. आप देखोगे कि जो फैशन हम टीवी पे देखते हैं वो हमें मार्केट में नहीं मिलता. वो लोग जहाँ पे वी सॉ दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी कि इतना बल्क फैशन होता है कि एक कंफर्टेबल रेट में लोगों को मार्केट में वो प्रोडक्ट नहीं मिलता जो उन्हें एक्चुअली चाहिए होता है. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर कॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग ऑन फैशन. And there are a lot of people, they have different choices, colors में ले लो, design में ले लो, सबका अपना अपना taste होता है. So when we got this, when we realized this opportunity, me myself was like wanted to wear something and couldn't get it in the market, but I can see it on TV, on Instagram, but मिलता नहीं था. So we thought to capitalize on this kind of opportunity. So this is the reason it's experimental clothing. So it has apparels which will one season will not look as similar as second season. We have divided our collection into 50% into three different categories, wherein 50% will be your basically more commercial products. Your 25% will be something which is in trend, and the remaining 25% we basically experiment with. So you get variety, and there are a lot of you cover the maximum number of clientele taste. and also age groups. So this is why I completely trust on success of Tryon, and I completely believe that we are providing the market where the gap is currently in the market. Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to describe about the brands and its financial projection. So basically, Trine is a home-grown Indian brand from its designing to its production. Everything is happening here in Mumbai. So yeah, it's like made by Indians for Indians. So yeah, Neha, can you make it next?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So as per Trine concept, we believing like we have varieties in terms of designs and clothing, and sometimes we believe like it should be give you the confidence. There is a like thin line between fashion and disaster, and we believe like focusing in good outfit is our prime forte. Also जैसा कि हमारे पास एक निश्चिंत की ग्रेट टीम है, सो वी बिलीव लाइक एक्सपेरिमेंट इन समथिंग न्यू, और उसको एक एक अफोर्डेबल प्राइस पे अवेलेबल कराना इज आवर प्राइम फोकस. Yeah, make it next. Okay, so there are like few brands facts. So in Trine, like we have around 300 SKUs, और उसमें भी हमने ब्रांड को कैटेगराइज कर रखा है, लाइक एक्सपेरिमेंटल वियर, प्रीमियम वियर, लिमिटेड एडिशन, एंड लाइक एक्सपेरिमेंटल एंड लाइक सेलिब्रिटीज वियर. सो ट्राइन में अभी तक लाइक एक 2 साल के अंदर वी कवर्ड लाइक 32 सेलिब्रिटीज, जिसमें लाइक दे आर लाइक बिग सेलिब्रिटीज जो ट्राइन को इंडोर्स कर रहे हैं. सो हमारी जो ब्रांड प्रेजेंस है ऑनलाइन विच इज वेरी हाई, और लाइक काफी कम टाइम में हमें काफी सेलिब्रिटी से अप्रोच भी आई है कि वी कैन बी आर brand ambassador, and we can come into the partnership, like to endorse the brand. So we are hoping to collab with like big celebrities in coming years. So जो ट्राइन का ऑफलाइन भी एक प्रोसेस होगा, that will be huge, क्योंकि I think इस जनरेशन में like everyone have like ideals, जो सेलिब्रिटीज पहन रहा है, they want something. और उसमें भी हम एक प्लान कर रहे हैं कि जो एक डिजाइनर वियर है, ज्यादातर हाई एंड स्टोर में जो एक नॉर्मल पब्लिक होती है, लाइक एक जो कह सकते हैं एक मिडिल क्लास लोग होते हैं, वो उसको अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाते. सो आर जनरली एक जो फोकस है, कीपिंग गुड क्लोथ्स इनटू गुड MRP. Also, Trine has its own manufacturing unit in Mumbai. So we always know कि एक प्राइस पॉइंट से लेके उसके फैब्रिक सिलेक्शन से लेके किस तरीके से उसको क्रिएटिवली execute किया जा सकता है. So these are like few plus point we have as a manufacturer. Yeah, keep it next. Next. up. Yeah. So brand का जो एक concept है, always creating something new, breaking the barriers into fashion and all. So like we have a good nifty and creative team. So we always try to create something new in terms of like fabric, and we always forecast the fashion and like creating into something new. So that's our major forte. और ब्रांड की भी जो स्ट्रैटेजी है उसमें हम लाइक कीपिंग गुड SKUs एंड नेटवर्क एक्सपेंशन, और जो ब्रांड की जो ग्रोथ है उसमें हम कैटेगराइज वाइज उसको डेवलप कर रहे हैं, लाइक जो एक बेसिक भी हम मेंटेन करके चल रहे हैं, और एक जो हमारा एक्सपेरिमेंटल है वो भी एक्सपेरिमेंट करके चल रहे हैं, लग्जरी भी है उसमें और प्रीमियम भी है. सो मोरल स्टोरी ये है कि अगर हम ऑफलाइन इसको लेके जाते हैं, लाइक फ्रेंचाइज में इसको लेके जाते हैं, सो एज पर जो हमारा फुटफॉल रहेगा, जो हमारी ऑडियंस रहेगी, एज पर डिमांड वी कैन पुट आर SKUs. कहीं की अगर ऑडियंस प्रीमियम रही है तो हम उसको एक हायर फैशन में लेके जा सकते हैं. सो वी हैव लॉट ऑफ SKUs, like 300 plus SKUs will be our plus point. Yeah, next. हाँ, so जोग्राफिकली अगर हम इसको देखें, so I think करंट टाइम में जो एक रिटेल बिजनेस है वो काफी बूस्ट कर रहा है इंडिया में। और आई थिंक इसका एक मेजर रीजन ये भी है कि हमारे पास जो एक एक न्यू पॉपुलेशन है, लाइक वी हैव लॉट ऑफ पॉपुलेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ कह सकते हैं कि दे वांट समथिंग न्यू, समथिंग यूनिक। सो एक इंडिया में जो एक एक ऑफलाइन एक बिजनेस है वो भी बूस्ट कर रहा है, और उसके अकॉर्डिंग उनको हम लेके जा सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट, या सो ट्राइन का जो कंस्ट्रक्शन है मोस्टली इनटू फास्ट फैशन, और फास्ट फैशन का रिसेंटली कुछ ईयर्स में जो बिजनेस रहा है वो बहुत ज़्यादा हाई रहा है। अगर हम बाकी ब्रांड्स के कंपैरिजन में देखें तो जो एथनिक वियर होता है उसके कंपैरिजन में फास्ट फैशन इज मोर सेलेबल, और आई थिंक जो एक डिमांड है फास्ट फैशन की वो बहुत हायर है। सो चांसेस जो हैं एक फास्ट फैशन के सक्सेस होने के बहुत ज़्यादा है इसमें। और इसमें भी हमने जो ब्रांड का जो एक फास्ट फैशन का हमने जो कैरेक्टराइज किया है उसमें एक हाई फैशन रखा है, मिडिल रखा है, बेसिक रखा है, नॉर्मल रखा है। इसमें भी हमने उनको कैटेगराइज करके रखा है कि कुछ सेलेब्स हैं जो सेलेब्स पहन रहे हैं उनके थोड़े से एमआरपी ज़्यादा है, प्रीमियम है, प्रीमियम का भी हमने रखा हुआ है, और इवन जो बेसिक्स हैं बिल्कुल बेसिक्स हैं लाइक लो एमआरपी के लाइक 600-700 के आसपास भी, वो भी हमने प्लान करके रखा है। सो हमारा जो एक प्लान है, एक विजन है कि हमारे पास अगर कोई क्लाइंट या कस्टमर आता है सो लाइक उसकी सारे डिमांड पूरी हो सके, वो आए तो एक बार बाहर ना जाए, we can characterize and classify as per their requirement. Next, again ये जो हमारा एक रिटेल इंडस्ट्री का एक आप ग्राफ देख सकते हो कि किस 5 साल पहले जो था और अभी जो 2020 इट्स लाइक मोर इनटू लाइक इट्स अ ह्यूज गैप, और जो डिमांड रहेगी एक अपरेल इंडस्ट्री में बहुत हायर हो चुकी है, और बहुत लाइक एक बड़ा बिजनेस है रिटेल इंडस्ट्री में। नेक्स्ट, yeah, next come to down, more down, yeah, up. So फ्रेंचाइजी में जो हमारा मेजर एक एक प्रोसेस है दैट इज आर, कैन यू कम डाउन टू फोको मॉडल। फोको मॉडल पे वी आर वर्किंग, या फोको मॉडल up more up, yeah, more up, more down, like foco model, financial model of foco model, more down, more down, yeah, this one. So जो हमारा फोको, this is foco, more down, foco, FOCO, yeah, this one. So Trine में we are going to partnership with investor into foco terms. So यहाँ पे we are required 800 square feet का जो एरिया रहेगा, ठीक है। टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारा जो इंटीरियर का रहेगा दैट कुड बी लाइक 12 to 16 lakhs, और जो हमारा एक लाइसेंस और म्यूजिक का जो भी कुछ रहेगा वो कुड बी लाइक 1.5 से 2 lakhs. फ्रेंचाइजी इज लाइक 4 lakhs plus GST, और वर्किंग कैपिटल इज 7 lakhs. 7 lakh वर्किंग जो कैपिटल ले रहे हैं हम, उसमें वी आर गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड लाइक 30-35 lakhs का जो इन्वेंट्री रहेगा. सो 7 lakhs इज जस्ट लाइक आप बोल सकते हो कि इट्स ए सिक्योरिटी अमाउंट, और जो एक टोटल अमाउंट भी रहेगा वो हमारा लाइक जो इन्वेस्टर का एक अगर एक बजट जाता है लाइक 30-35 lakhs के आसपास, so we are also hoping to provide like inventory of 30-35 lakhs from our side. So it's like a equal partnership between me and like our investor. और also उसमें जो हमारा एक दो टर्म्स रहेगा कि जो हमारा रिटर्न रहे ROI है उसमें हम like 15% जो टोटल ओवरऑल हमारा ईयरली एक रेवेन्यू रहेगा उसमें हम 15% सेंड करेंगे, या एक जो मिनिमम एक गारंटी रहेगी वो 5% we will provide. Also जो हमारा एक पेबैक टाइम है वो फोको मॉडल में लाइक 24 से 28 मंथ्स के आसपास तक का कैलकुलेटेड है. That's it. Also, जो हमारे ट्राइन का एक जो ट्रेनिंग पर्पस है, सो अंशिका ने जैसे बताया है कि हमारी जो टीम है वो निफ्टियन से ज्यादातर निफ्टियन है, और तो सोशल नेटवर्क से लेके कैसे ब्रांड को लेके जाना है फ्रॉम ऑफलाइन टू ऑनलाइन, वी हैव ए क्रिएटिव टीम जो कंप्लीटली फोकस करती है कि कैसे उसकी एक ऑनलाइन प्रेजेंस अच्छी रहे, इनटू मार्केट में कैसा रहे, बिकॉज अगर ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग में हमारा एक ग्रिप अच्छा है, सो आई थिंक हम कह सकते हैं कि ऑफलाइन में भी उसको काफी स्कोप और ग्रोथ मिलेगा. Poco में we are not doing it. That's enough, Neha. That's enough for today. So I think we're done for the.
All right. Thank you so much, Saifiji. Thanks a lot. Thanks for briefing everything in so detail. Rupeshi, do you have any questions to us?
Yeah, nothing. Overall, the brand is very much good because very premium kind of brand is there, and it is very good to have with our investment kind of thing. But yes, if I would be an investor now, I definitely would have share some good things about the Trianic stage. Very good brand. Thank you.
Thank you. So I do have few questions which are there on my chat box in Q&A box, which I would want to take up now. There is Mr. Raju. He's asking, please advise franchise cost at Kolkata. Hello. Am I audible to you, Mr. Saifi?
Yeah. Tell me. I was not able.
There's a question from Mr. Raju. He wants to know the franchise cost at Kolkata.
See, हमारा जो मेजरली अभी हम जो एक फ्रेंचाइजी को स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं, बिकॉज आवर हेड ऑफिस इन मुंबई महाराष्ट्र, एंड स्टार्टिंग में वी आर होपिंग टू स्टार्ट इन मुंबई itself. Also, we are hoping to start our FOCO model itself somewhere around Maharashtra and all. So FOCO का जो हमारा initial एक budget है, that is like 30-31 लाख से start हो रहा है, and initial cost उसमें सब कुछ include है, like interior, like तुम्हारा inventory और सारा कुछ जो start है वो 30 लाख के approx है. उसमें जो payback time है like 24 से 28 months है, और as per our financial projection उसमें हम 5 year में we are giving like 200 of growth. तो अगर कोई इन्वेस्ट करता है हमारे साथ 5 years के आसपास, तो अगर 30 lakhs का भी हमारे पास वो बजट लेके आते हैं, तो 5 years में एज पर आवर प्रोजेक्शन वी आर होपिंग टू गिव देम like 50 to 60 lakhs in total 5 to 6 years.
Do we also give any minimum guarantee?
Minimum guarantee में हम like 4.5 to 6, 4.5 to 5 lakhs के आसपास minimum guarantee for 2 years.
All right. There is one more question being asked by Mr. Madhusudan. Do you also plan to have online presence?
Yeah, we have Trine.in as a website, and you can see there is a like good domain authority also. And if you search on Google, there is like good information about Trine brand. So Trine का जो online presence है हमारे आसपास, that is very good. Also उसमें like there are a lot of SKUs. So Trine is good with its online presence.
Do you also provide, there is one more question available here. Mr. Girish is asking, will you also provide rebalancing stock facilities?
Yeah, exactly. So हमारा जो measure एक आप बोल सकते हो जो हमारा एक plus point है. So we have our own manufacturing company. We have our own manufacturing unit in Mumbai itself. और उसमें FOCO models में we can plan things as per our requirement. क्या stores में आ रहा है, क्या चल रहा है. Because हर जगह की एक जो audience होती है वो अलग अलग होती है, और फोको मॉडल को करने का एक रीजन ये भी है कि अगर थिंग्स विल बी इन आवर कंट्रोल, सो वी कैन प्रोवाइड द इन्वेंट्री एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट. हम कितने भी स्टॉक्स को अकॉर्डिंगली मर्ज कर सकते हैं, स्विच कर सकते हैं. सो या री इन्वेंट्री इज ऑलवेज अप एंड वी आर कीपिंग इट इन अ गुड वे.
Okay. So I have one question to ask you. Are we only looking at expansion in Maharashtra, or are we open for any other locations also?
See, majorly हमारा जो एक अगर ब्रांड के हिसाब से देखें, because मुंबई में हमारा एक हेड ऑफिस होने की वजह से it will help us to control inventory near around Maharashtra, और बिजनेस में भी वो easy हमारे लिए होगा. इसके अलावा भी अगर हमारी अदर स्टेट से रिक्वायरमेंट आ रही हैं, दे आर नॉट एबल टू join us in Maharashtra or Mumbai, so we can think about it and we can work out on the process.
So we are very much open to think about it if we are getting good opportunity.
Exactly.
Or proposal from any location. But at present, since we are very much strong in Maharashtra, so we are opening our outlets in Maharashtra.
Exactly. Also, हमारा एक जो मेजरली हमारा एक रीजन ये है कि महाराष्ट्र और मुंबई की जो एक ऑडियंस है, दिस इज मच प्रीमियम एंड दे आर रेडी टू पे सच काइंड ऑफ अमाउंट फॉर इन मुंबई इटसेल्फ. सो मेजरली हमारा जो भी एक प्राइम सिटी रहेगा, वी कैन वर्क ऑन इट. और मुंबई में हमारा क्या है कि इट विल बी मोर इजी टू मेक दिस बिजनेस इनटू ए गुड वे.
शाब जी, आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन. लेट्स से कि जो मर्चेंडाइज ऐसे होते हैं कि जो आउटडेटेड हो जाते हैं या फिर आउट सीजन हो जाते हैं, तो शैल वी टेक इट बैक और व्हाट इज द वे आउट ऑन दिस?
हम समटाइम्स क्या करते हैं कि अगर कुछ आउट ऑफ डेटेड चला जाता है, सो मेजरली हमारा क्या होता है कि हम बिजनेस वाइज देखते हैं कि जो हमने इन्वेंट्री स्टॉक की थी उससे हमने कितना रिवेन्यू क्रिएट किया. ऑल्सो जो आउट ऑफ डेटेड चले जाते हैं, तो व्हाट वी कैन डू, गिव देम इनटू गुड डिस्काउंट, और ज्यादा से ज्यादा डिस्काउंट पर सस्ती SKUs को देके वी कैन सेल देम आउट. That could be possible. अगर उसके बाद भी स्टॉक नहीं जा रहा, तो we always have people या हमारे बाकी स्टोर्स या किसी और एरिया में we can shuffle them.
अच्छा, कौन-कौन से सेलिब्रिटीज ने हमारे प्रोडक्ट अभी तक यूज किए? कैन वी जस्ट ब्रीफ अस?
आप सलीम सुलेमान जानते होंगे, ही इज म्यूजिक सेलिब्रिटीज. आप करण कुंद्रा जानते होंगे, करण कुंद्रा है. मेलविन लुइस जो एक डांसर है, दीज आर वेरी ह्यूज. और आप सिम्मा नागपाल है, और सुचित करके हैं, और रिजवान सिकंदर है. सो ऐसे कुछ 30 सेलिब्रिटीज जो हमारे ब्रांड को इंडोर्स कर चुके हैं. दिस ऑल आर वेरीफाइड ओवर द इंटरनेट और काफी एक गुड रीच में है. सो उसके अलावा भी जो कुछ बिग इन्फ्लुएंसर है, उसके पास तो हमारे पास नंबर भी नहीं है कि कितने इन्फ्लुएंसर के साथ हमने कोलैब किया है. सो ऑनलाइन जो हमारी प्रेजेंस है, विच इज वेरी गुड. ऑल्सो अभी हम जो अपना न्यू कलेक्शन तैयार करने वाले हैं, उसमें भी कुछ न्यू सेलिब्रिटीज हैं जो कि हैप्पीली और विलिंगली आना चाहते हैं जस्ट टू हमारे आउटफिट को पहनने के लिए. कुछ हमारा जो ऑलवेज एक विजन है वो ये है कि एक्सपेरिमेंट्स करना और न्यू क्रिएट करना. ठीक है. सो हमारा जो एक ब्रांड है उसका भी एक टैगलाइन है, एक्सपेरिमेंटल वेयर. सो वी ऑलवेज क्रिएट समथिंग आवर ओन, और कुछ अपना ही हम बना के प्रेजेंट करते हैं. कुछ ऐसा कुछ नहीं रहता कि हम कहीं से इंस्पायर्ड हो रहे हैं. we are all into experimenting things and create something our new. सो ब्रांड की जो यूनिकनेस है वो यही है कि हमें भी नहीं पता हम क्या बनाने वाले हैं, लेकिन कुछ क्रिएटिव और कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट न्यू करेंगे. मार्केट में कुछ ऐसा लाएंगे जो कि किसी और ब्रांड के पास नहीं है. तो यही एक हमारा एक बहुत बड़ा प्लस पॉइंट है कि ब्रांड का जो एक सुपर पावर है वो यही है कि एक्सपेरिमेंट, कुछ न्यू करना और न्यू क्रिएट करना.
Safi ji, there is one more question, which is really wonderful question. Even I wanted to ask the same. Do you have your own designers, or this is something which you do outsource? Because you did mention.
Yeah. We don't do outsource. Anshika is a very big designer, and I think, ये answer वही देना चाहेंगे.
Let me answer that. We have a team of designers in-house, all from NIFT. I myself is from NIFT. I have 13 years of experience in the industry. I've worked with one of biggest brands, retail brands, and gaining that much experience. After that, only I have ventured into something wherein I myself believe that this brand has potential to grow. This is the reason I have joined Mr. Shahab Sefi as a creative person. And because I believe in the brand. And after I worked with Tata, I have worked with Snapdeal also. So I know the market very well. And so I have a team of 3 to 4 designers in-house. And apart from that, whenever if the workload is more or if I need something like that, we outsource occasionally, which is extremely low. But majorly, our in-house team is what we rely on. Because it's more like a family, like the entire Tran family is like a family. And we have our office in Goregaon, Mumbai. So we have a unit, we have everything from printing to stitching to ironing, designing, creating the design, everything in house.
Okay. So, Safi ji, there is one more question, which is really wonderful question. Even I wanted to ask the same. Do you have your own designers, or this is something which you do outsource? Because you did mention.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. The concept and thought itself is really wonderful, I must say. How many outlets we have at present? The running outlet?
करंटली अभी हमने ऑफलाइन तक स्टार्ट नहीं किया है, ऑनलाइन पे ही हम D2C वर्क कर रहे हैं. इट्स गोइंग प्रीटी वेल, बट
We
this
are
time,
coming up with offline
now,
franchising now, but
yeah.
till now,
So I will tell you the reason behind it. So basically, with the if we ourselves is gonna handle like like the stores, everything. So it will be too much of on our plate at one go. So we decided to test it because online and then go offline. And this is like our first, it's like first because we trust Franchise India and to for the best of the clients. And the reason we are going now, we decided to go offline. And before that, we have been online, majorly catering to the celebrity and high-end markets. So it is majorly the private clients and online business. Yeah, and you have those the stop-up shows wherein exhibitions at different places. All metro cities has those exhibitions. So we generally participate in that, wherein we get good clientele over there. Mhm.
understood, understood. So since you are the designer, so I think my next question is for you only. So as we did mention that
Definitely.
we are into experimental things, like we
Mhm.
are really into experimental design. So
Mhm.
our designs are more into Indo-Western kind of fashion, or Western fashion, or it's ethnic, or it's a mixture of everything.
So ethnic and Western, the styling, everything is completely different. So if you go for ethnic, it's more festive oriented. But I didn't want something which a person can wear one day and then फिर वो cupboard में रखा रह जाता है and which should never wear again. So we try to stick more on a Western end, wherein people would वो एक click होता है ना कि ये चाहिए मुझे, like I really want this. Something like
Something
what
we are
my
purposely trying for fusion and all, I feel. The mixture.
exactly. So a fusion of everything, and it can have an Indian Western wear with an Indian touch, or an Indian wear with a Western touch. But it's majorly like something which a person market में देख के भूलता नहीं है ना कि हाँ लेना ही लेना है. Like the thing which you actually dream about in life. It's more about that kind of collection.
So you're creating something. If someone is seeing for once, they actually will come and buy, whether it's today or tomorrow.
Exactly. Like it's basically वो होता है ना, every one of us have one or the two garments in my cupboard which is our favorite, and we cannot throw it away even after 5 years. So I want to create that kind of clothing for trying.
Okay, wonderfully said, Harshika. Thank you so much, Saifi ji.
I have one question.
Please carry on.
Do we have any distribution model? Because logistics and apparels and taking care of something, distribution, manage logistics. How we move ahead? Do we have any team, or we have some experience into?
So distribution, it totally depends. Like, if we are looking about the stock distribution, generally how we have planned it will work, because we this is what we are facing. Like, kind of currently also it's not that large scale that we have to fill in the all the offline stores, but we are planning to tie up with the distribution companies, and basically all the your if we are doing seasonal and restocking, then checking the stocks and everything. So monthly, it can be a monthly process. And the tie-ups with there are a lot of companies who do the distribution thing. So we can tie up with third party and the distribution can happen accordingly.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think we are all done with the question answers. So we still have few questions left unanswered, but you all know that we run out with the time when we are on webinar. So my team is going to get in touch with you in a day or two for a one-on-one discussion. And thanks a lot for your time, Mrs. Saifi. Thanks a lot for your time, Harshika. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It was really lovely.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
To know more about your brand and insights. It is really wonderful brand, and the concept you're having present, the Indo-Western and the experimental concepts you are coming up with is really wonderful and something different from the market. So all the very best, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
With this, I would like to welcome my next brand, which is a food and beverages brand. Alice in Gelato Land. The name itself is really wonderful and it takes you into a different kind of land. So we know about ice creams and now we started knowing about gelatos also, but still there are confusions between ice creams and gelatos in people. So today we have Mr. Asim from Alice in Gelato Land. Asim ji, I would like to first of all welcome you on our panel. And I would like to request you to please brief us about the franchise opportunities to our panelists, the investors we have with your brand in market. Over to you, Asim ji.
Yeah, hi everyone. Let me just begin with just giving you all a small brief as to the presence of our brand. So we have a dual branding as far as our brand is concerned. It's called Shahi Darbar and Alice in Gelato Land, where we are into the concept of super premium ice creams. Now, when we say super premium ice creams, just to give you a comparative bit, you can compare us to say the Ben and Jerry's of the world, um, as we are into the super premium, ultra luxury gourmet stuff. Now, we have a presence across 4 states in India at the moment. We are present in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Telangana, and Madhya Pradesh. And as far as our expansion plans are concerned, we are looking at pan India expansion, and we're looking at all states, all cities, so to speak. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. I'll be more than glad to answer them.
Yeah, but before that, I think we should run through with the presentation which I'm playing. So if you say, I can just change the slides so accordingly.
Okay, there is not much to go through. I mean, you guys can just share it with all the potential investors that are looking at. I'll just run you through some basic details of how we've come about. So, as far as our legacy is concerned, we have been in this business for more than 80 plus years. My family has been in the food and beverage segment since 1937. We own and run some of the most iconic brands in India, starting off with Haji Ali Juice Center, which is based in Bombay. We've been there. My family has been in that business since 1937. Besides that, we run some of the most iconic brands, namely Cafe Nurani, Bombay Shawarma, Doner Kebab, Shahi Darbar, Ice Cream Factory, and of course Alice in Gelato Land. Um, as far as typical requirement for franchising is concerned, we need about 1000 square feet carpet of space, which is like our primary requirement in terms of space. Secondly, what you also need to keep in mind is that the frontage of the store has to be at least 20 feet wide. That is our second basic requirement. Your investment will be roughly about 54 lakhs, which would include your franchise fee, your equipment cost, as well as your interior cost. You will be able to recover this money roughly in about 18 to 24 months. We as a company, we would take care of all the training that needs to be given to your staff. The recruitment has to be done by all. We don't charge any royalty. So whatever the franchisee earns, he or she is free to keep it for himself or herself. And your food cost will be roughly in the range of 40 and 45%. And your net profits, that is after deducting all expenses, would be roughly about 20%. So for example, if you are doing a business of say 20 lakhs a month, you'll be able to take home 4 lakhs, that is 20% after deducting all expenses. That's about it.
Thank you, Asim ji. Rupesh, if you have any questions, you may ask, please.
No, but is there any Mumbai? How many outlets we have in Mumbai?
See, in Bombay, we have about 9 outlets.
Where is it?
We are located at various locations, right from Thane to New Bombay to South Bombay, Bandra, Andheri. There are plenty of locations.
Great. So in Navi Mumbai, because I am also residing in Airoli, Navi Mumbai. So is there any nearby? Because I can go and
Seawoods Mall, Seawoods Grand Central Mall. That's where we are located in the food court.
So I must say, Rupesh ji, you should go and visit.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to taste it at least one.
Yeah. So, sir, there are a few things I would want to ask you. How our brand is different from other similar kind of brands?
First and foremost, let me put it very categorically that there are not many brands whom we can compare ourselves with, for the simple reason that in India there are very few brands who are into the super premium segment. So that's why, like, we can probably compare ourselves to, say for example, the ones which are there in India. Maybe Haagen-Dazs can be compared to us because they are into the super premium segment. But as far as my knowledge goes, Haagen-Dazs doesn't have any physical stores present. They did some time back, but I don't think they have any more physical stores as such. Uh, a very good comparison for us would be Ben and Jerry's. I had mentioned earlier, but Ben and Jerry's again is not there in India.
Okay. There is one question I would like to take up. Actually, it's there in my Q&A. Do you have brand tie-up with Disney Alice in Gelato Land? Because this name sounds almost similar. So is this
No, we
somewhere
don't have any.
connected to
No,
that?
no, it's not.
Just a separate brand.
Yeah, that's right.
And are you open for North also?
We are
Like
open
North,
for
you're
the
already there
entire
in
country.
the West. So are you open for North and the other South?
Yes, we are. We are looking at pan India expansion.
Okay. And what kind of support you're providing to the franchise partners?
Define support.
Support as in like related to marketing support and related to the training and maintaining the SOPs.
So see, as far as training is concerned, as I had mentioned earlier, that the entire training is taken care by us as a company. The recruitment has to be done by the franchisee. As far as the standard operating procedures are concerned, again, we make sure that all those are followed by having routine audits done at each and every store, whether it is the franchised operated store or whether it is a company operated store. And as far as marketing is concerned, we have a centralized marketing team which takes care of all the marketing, especially the online marketing that needs to be done.
Okay, I got it. There is one more thing I would want to ask you. Would you help in hiring also? As you said that the recruitment is their part. But since the people who are going to be recruited will be representing your brand, so do you provide any kind of help into the hiring part as well?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, very much.
Yeah, so you were asking about hiring. So see, as far as hiring is concerned, we do have tie-ups with certain recruitment agencies, headhunting agencies. So we can definitely get the franchisee to have a tie-up with them, and they are the ones who will help in the hiring process.
Okay, that's really good, great. Sounds good. So one last question I would want to ask you. I think two questions. One, what all criterias we need to check when we are finalizing a location for your brand?
Typically, what I would suggest is look at premium locations because since, as I mentioned earlier, that we are a super premium brand which is into ultra luxury gourmet food products. So look at like for example, if I have to give an example of Bombay, all right. So look at areas like Bandra, Juhu, Andheri West. Look at South Bombay. Basically, all premium locations, whichever city or town that you are intending to start the franchised operations, look at premium areas. That's where your target customer will be.
And what is the minimum ticket size if we talk about?
Typically, our average ticket size is about 500 rupees. So, average bill that gets generated is about 500 rupees.
Fair enough. I think sufficient. Rupesh, do you have anything to ask?
Yeah, I have a question. So are we targeting only a normal kind of potential customer, or only premium size we have all the product?
See, we do have economically priced products as well, but our main target audience is people who are well traveled, well educated. They are the ones who understand what a gelato is or understand what super premium products are. And of course, our target audience is also the aspiring middle class who aspire to indulge themselves in gourmet food and gourmet ice creams. So the point I'm trying to make is that if there is say a potential customer जिसको सिर्फ अपना मुंह मीठा करना है, so that is not our target customer, because they are going to settle for whatever is available at the cheapest price, and we are not the cheapest ice cream out there. We are somewhere on the expensive side. Like
If you talk about it, if we,
if I have to oversimplify it, we are the Starbucks of the ice cream business.
yeah,
I think Gelato's is anyways little on a little higher side compared to other ice cream categories. So I do have one question. Mr. Parth is there. He's asking, are you open for Gujarat?
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Asimji. Thanks a lot. Very well briefed, and we've got to know a lot about your brand and the opportunities we have, or our investor or participants have with your brand. So thanks a lot for your time. It was lovely hosting you here on our webinar and the panelists. Thanks a lot with this. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. So with this, I will move forward again with our next brand. So our next brand we do have is My DNApedia, which is a health and wellness brand. And we've been bringing revolutionary DNA testing to India. For that, we do have Mr. Ankit from My DNApedia. Ankit, first of all, I would like to welcome you on our panel. And I would like to request you to please brief our participants and the investors about the franchise opportunities and some information related to your brand as well. Over to you, Ankitji. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neha, for the time. And again, hi, everyone. I hope everyone is safe. It's raining crazy in Ahmedabad right now. So
in
I hope
Delhi also. And I'm sure in Mumbai as well.
No, but today it's very cats and dogs in
Yeah.
Ahmedabad. All roads are stuck. Everyone is stuck where they are right now.
So you all people can write here to make it more interactive. If you are experiencing raining or you have stuck somewhere. Meanwhile, Ankitji is going to take over and he can brief us about the brand itself. Thank you, Ankitji. Please, you can start.
Sure. So hi, everyone. We are My DNApedia. We are one of the highest, best DNA testing lab in the world. We are based out of Finland, Europe. Our lab is still sitting over there. We do human DNA testing where we tell you what kind of future disease can happen to a person and how you can prevent it, what kind of sports a child should play, which position of sports a child should play, what kind of workout you should do in gym. So the possibilities are endless. We are right now in India with 6 products. Our parent company has 15 products right now. We're planning to bring them more and more in India. I just have a brief video of roughly 3 minutes explaining the entire process to you about DNA testing, what My DNApedia does and everything. And then I'll take you through a couple of slides. Don't want to bore you with the science, want to really understand the product and then take it forward. So I'm just sharing my screen. Please let me know when you can see and hear it.
This is your DNA.
Yes.
It is present in every cell of your body, telling the cell how to behave. What is the DNA made up of? We say answers, which help understand your body and risks it may face from diseases in the future. A DNA test can predict whether you will have diabetes passed on from generations, or a possibility of developing risk of heart disease. It can tell you how strong your lungs are, or how well immune your body is to battle a virus. Sounds complex? It isn't. DNA testing is easy, safe, accessible, economical, and 99.9% accurate with My DNApedia. The My DNApedia test kit is safely manufactured in our best-in-class lab in Europe. Opened by you in your home for sample collection and sent back to our lab for testing. So, there is only one human touch. That is yours. Our team of experienced scientists and genetic counselors share in-depth analysis of the test. This data will not only detect predisposition to diseases through various genetic markers, but also help you build exercise regimes and diet plans. Even design gene-based treatment plans which show great results for long-term health. My DNApedia, after helping 1 million happy families build a healthier and fitter lifestyle, is here to modernize healthcare for Indian families. Be a part of the DNA revolution. Be in the best of health with My DNApedia.
I hope everyone got an idea about the DNA testing which we are talking about. Now coming to the main agenda, we are again a DNA testing company where, so in the franchise I'll come, I'll just share a couple of slides of what a distributor has to do, a franchisee holder has to do, so that it's easier for you. I'll just show our products and then what you have to do. So it's much easier for you to understand and take it forward like that. In India, we are present right now with 6 tests. As you can see my screen, there are 6 tests which we are running right now. One being the well-being test, which tells you what are the options of you getting cardiac and diabetes in future. Your VO2 max test tells you about your lungs immunity, how good your lungs or how bad your lungs are genetically. Fitness test tells you that what kind is the right workout for you. At the same time, it also tells you that what kind of sport a person should play. And for the fitness test, we actually have tied up with Sports Authority of India, SAI, with the biggest authority in entire India, and we are planning to do it test for across all junior athletes and helping them grow. We also have a test for skin disease, which tells you skin disease like vitiligo, psoriasis, alopecia. These are the diseases which have a very big issues, and there is no way to check it apart from DNA testing. Our premium products are, we have 2 premium products, which is MDP 360 and MDP Premium, where even MDP Premium is the top product. In MDP Premium, we even tell you that what is the right time for you to sleep. It's morning or it's in the evening. What is the right alcohol consumption to coffee consumption to what is your habit of snacking to what is your capacity of having sweet tooth that you like eating sugar, or what is your emotional eating capacity to you getting a disease like Alzheimer's. It covers 98 diseases possible in the preventive healthcare, how you can avoid all of them in your life. DNA testing is what pathology was 30 years back. In next 10 years, each one of us will has to get it done once. It's either once in lifetime. You don't have to ever get it again. Each one of us has to get it. Reliance is someone who's planning to enter this industry. This is an industry which is very few. I don't know a single competitor who goes to doctors and asks them to prescribe the model. And that's where we are. I'll just tell you what is the supply chain over here so that it's easier for you to understand. The supply chain is basically, we give our franchise, whoever takes the franchisee takes a certain number of kits. The franchisee goes and promotes the products to the doctors, to the gym chains and education and sports institutes, talking about the benefits of the product. These are the influencers, which are the doctors, education institutes, sports institutes, and gym trainers are our influencers. Influencers prescribe this product to the end consumers. Once the end consumer buys it, they can either get the product from directly from the clinic itself, or the franchisee partner can go and collect it. The MR with whom you call can go and collect it. After that, all the kits comes to you in your respective franchisee city. And from that, the franchisee couriers the kit to Indore. You just have to send it to Indore. Every weekly calls or every daily calls, depends upon number of kits you are collecting. From there, we collect everything in Indore. We kept Indore because it's again center of India, and then we also have good connection over there. From Indore, we do confirmations that the kits are correct or not, and then we send it to Finland. This entire process from kit DNA collection to result takes roughly 21 to 28 working days, which is fastest in the world right now. Any lab which is sitting in India, which if you want to get tests done, will take roughly 2 months to get your reports. So again, we are fastest over here. We use our patented technology, makes us 99.9% accurate for a result. And again, we are 100% science backed. Each report is backed by at least 15 to 20 research papers over here. We are looking for FOFO franchisee model, where the franchisee owned, franchisee operated model. We would be training them entirely for the science, entirely for the execution, but we want the franchisee owner to run the business, run the show for us. These are the key franchise and brand roles and responsibilities. The major points are again, the franchisee has to adhere to the SOPs, adhere to the guidelines given to them, have right hiring, right positions. The plus point of this business, and again, coming to the financial, again, everyone is sitting here for just that. Kitna paisa lagega, kitna paisa kama payenge. As you could see, is that the franchisee over here is very minimal investment. We are talking an investment of roughly 11 to 15 lakhs, depending on which city you are in. Right? This is the least cost which you have to do. You don't have to open a lab. You just have to get a distribution center. You don't need an office in center of the city. You can have an office even on third floor of a building. That's completely fine. That's where your team would be coming in, getting the kits. The distribution which we are giving is for next 5 years, and the payback period is given 10 to 12 months, is again a pessimistic figure. We right now have franchises running in Indore, in Bangalore, we have consultants running in Mumbai, in Delhi, and in Ahmedabad. In Indore itself, which is our home franchisee, which we run, we get roughly 100 to 150 tests per month, which makes your ROI over in roughly 7.5 months. Not even taking, which you could see in tier 2 cities, it's more than 15 months, it goes 7.5 months. So it's upon you how well you can run it and how well you can do business. Again, I kept some time off so that I can more have Q&A of 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Ankitji. Thanks a lot. I loved it, like the kind of model you have. Plus, you are testing DNA. It's not like you are testing blood and telling us what is the sugar and the BP ratio at present. So we do have some questions which I want to take up first. So at present, you're present in Maharashtra. Girish is asking, do we have Abani, our presence in Maharashtra? If yes, what is the location exactly?
So we are present in Mumbai right now, where we have consultants running for us. We have not given any franchisee right now in Mumbai. We are planning to run the franchisee ourselves in Mumbai, but if we get a right investor, we are also open to give franchise in Mumbai too.
So we are doing FOCO model?
We are doing FOFO model.
FOFO model. So guys, this is the best chance because as of now, they already have multiple branches and outlets available for them. And they have not started giving franchisees because maybe they are not that much sure if, the franchise partner can run the business or the, outlet in a way they are running at present. But they are very much open now. They are coming up with the franchise options also for all you all. I have one more question here. Mr. Sharad is asking, how long does it take to get a report?
Hey Sharad, as I told you earlier as well, is that the report takes roughly 21 to 28 working days from the collection. So the sample collection to the report takes 21 to 28 days. By the end of 2024, we are planning to drop down this to 15 days. We are planning to get lab in India. We have actually finalized everything. Swedish, Finnish government and Indian government are jointly investing in this. So the MyDNA is still owned by Finnish government. So we are in the highest level of genetics over here. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention 3 important points over here. One is that we are the only lab which is US FDA and EMA approval. EMA is equivalent to US FDA in Europe. We are the only where our equipments are approved by both these authorities. 2, we are GST free product. Our GST is 0% on the product. And 3, we are covered in 80DD. So any patient who's getting individual tests done gets 5,000 of tax benefit on each year. So that's when they can even get the profit money back.
On which section they get?
80DD.
80DD. Okay. There is one more question being asked. Can you give another franchise in Bangalore? Let's say if you already have one franchise in Bangalore. So what is the distance and kilometers you maintain to provide another franchise in same location?
So we are actually planning to have 4 franchises in Bangalore. The current franchisee is in north of Bangalore. We are thinking of south and west of Bangalore is what is still up for discussion. We are again very open to discuss more about it.
All right. Manish is asking, what is the ticket size per test and the total cost of the test report?
So Manishji, there are different tests over here. The test ranges from 7,500 to 40,000. 7.5 is the first slide where I showed to you the all 4 basic. Each of them cost 7,500 only. And this is a DNA test where you have to get it once in life. Your DNA never changes for next 60 to 70 years. It's not like HbA1c, which you have to get every 3 months to every 6 months. It's once in life. The most premium test costs you 40,000. So it's 7.5, 15, 25, and 40,000. 4 slabs over there for different tests.
So I just want to repeat this, guys. This is not, we're not talking about the blood test and all. Here we are talking about DNA test, which you do once in a lifetime because your DNA doesn't change so early.
Neha, by the way, I'm just adding one more point over here. All the DNA tests which is mentioned and which was showed in the video is self-collection. So any person can collect it themselves. You just have to rub it on the buccal swab on the both side of the cheek inside, let it dry for 30 minutes, and then you just close the tube and the DNA is good to go for 3 months. There is no cold storage required over here. So there is no requirement of dedicated. It's like a normal test tube, normal collection is done, close it, done. There is no contamination, nothing can happen with that. And so that's how our DNA collecting devices are manufactured from China dedicatedly for us and then come over here.
Great, wonderful. There is one more question I would like to ask. Okay, there are multiple people asking the same question, the charges of DNA testing, which is
Right.
The concept is very much unique. No, so everybody is asking. Even though I have also a few questions, Ankit. So in Mumbai, where is it the testing or the collection center?
So there are consultants, Rupesh, right now running in Mumbai, where we have given consultants whom we know personally who cover different parts of Mumbai. Some one is covering the west, the Borivali and Kandivali area. One is covering the Mulund and the west part, the central part of Mumbai right now. So, but we are not looking for a franchise in Mumbai as of now, because Mumbai as a city, we might give 6 franchisee, or we might run ourselves the master franchisee, because Mumbai is the main hub where you make or break of a brand happens. So this is again.
You're already there in Mumbai. I think you're there. It's been some time. You're already there. So I think you know the market very well, and you are 100% there available. So you don't need any franchise partner to run anything that particular location. But you're open for other locations, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, there's one more question being asked by Parth Desai. Is it compulsory to have knowledge about science or biology for getting this franchisee?
Parth, we don't require you to have the knowledge, but at the same time, you need to have an open mind because when you're taking a even if you take an ice cream business, gelato business, which was there, you would understand how the gelato is made. You don't need to, we will train you. That's our responsibility to train you, but you have to be equally involved in the business. We want active partners who are running for the business over here.
And that's why you are only going for FOFO model, wherein the franchise, the franchisee partner is going to own it and is going to, run also.
Exactly. But we will provide full training. We provide 24/7 support. There is dedicated scientific team available for you 24/7. If you have any doubt, just push it over. Then you get a response in 24 hours. That's what we are running right now.
And what about the labs? Let's say if we are opening. We are opening one in a location wherein we don't have other branches or outlets. So how we are going to manage the testing procedure?
I didn't get your point.
Let's say they are going to collect the samples, right? They are doing the procedure of collecting the samples and sending it to the labs. So what if there is a location where the lab is not available, or do we already have labs all over India?
So we have just one lab in Finland, in Europe.
Okay.
All our samples goes to Finland, Europe only.
Oh.
So you collect all the samples, you send it to us in Indore, we do a quality check, and then we send to Indore. The 21 to 28 days includes the travel time as well.
Exactly.
We have kept the lab over there. Exactly. We have kept the lab over there because that's the lab. By the way, you guys saw 1 million tests. We have done 1.8 million tests. We will be touching 2 million tests by the end of this year. BCCI gets their test done from us. We have signed an NDA, so we can't officially say anywhere. So that's what our level of the Dubai police gets their entire Dubai government gets their test done for us. The Denmark Olympic Committee, the Chinese Olympic Committee gets their test done from us. So that's our standard. We maintain it. That's why each lab of us costs nearly 10 to 15 crores.
The kind of things you're doing, the test and everything, I'm sure it must be.
Exactly.
There's one more question I would like to take up. What is the cost of DNA test, which we have already covered, but there is one more question being attached with this. When would you when would a doctor recommend for DNA test basically?
So over here, Neha, and again, I'm sorry, that's anonymous, so I can't address them. But the DNA test, the doctors, now you need to understand that a DNA test is first, a lot of times when a disease is not uncovered, you don't know what is the real reason of the disease. That's DNA test goes there. 1, 2, if there is diabetes running in your family, the doctor can advise this. You get that done so that you have a preventive lifestyle. Just an example, if you have, my dad has diabetes, my mom doesn't, none of my family in my mom's side has, my dad's side had. I got myself checked, I will get diabetes, I know that. My entire lifestyle is changed. My food habits are changed. My working habits are changed. I finish my dinner by 7:30. So before the call, I finish my dinner. So I have a fixed duration of my meal so that I feel so healthy and lively. That's where the entire, because I know what I have to change to have a longer and happier life.
So do we have any counselors? Because we'll be requiring, once we done the DNA test, at least counselor or kind of what kind of food I should have. So that also I need some guidance. So do we have anything like?
So Rupeshji, one, we would be asking doctors to prescribe this test. We are not. So one, counselors are not required because again, doctors are the driving authority over here. We don't want to supersede them because some doctors might feel that kela nahi khana chahiye, some might feel pineapple khana chahiye. Very random example, but yes. So we would want the doctor, but we train the doctor how to read the report and we give doctor all the material. We don't want you to individually go and sell each test because that's a lot of effort. We want you to have the influencers who prescribe this test and you train the influencer, we train the influencer for you. We give you the entire material for the influencers.
So
doctor will suggest the trend.
Please carry on.
Sorry, Rupeshji?
So you mean to say doctor will suggest the test?
Exactly.
Or are we providing any post-test service also?
So we have a couple of doctors on panel. Whenever someone requires, and if any of the franchisees selling a test separately, directly to the patient and not via doctor, and they request that, can you have a session arranged for us? We have doctors available as well. We generally don't advise it, but if required, we do have that as well.
So the minimum ticket size is 7,500. So how do franchisee will get out of it?
We actually are giving Rupeshji a huge margin to them. We are giving 35% margin on 7,500 itself. In the 7,500, it's upon them how much discount they're passing to the patients, how much margin they're passing to the influencers. That's their discussion between them and the influencer. We give them a straight 35% margin to play with. And 35%, you also know, you have been in this industry, you know, such a big margin for any franchisee to have. Generally, the average margin ticket size is 10 to 12%. They get 35% over here. It's upon them how they turn around the money, how they rotate it and everything.
And that too, when they don't need any fancy office and so much investment on the setup.
Exactly.
So it is really a good concept, and the model, the margin talking about is really good.
So your OPEX goes down.
How this idea came to you, Ankitji? How this suddenly, suddenly, or what, you have some perception or any experience in?
Rupeshji, so a long story over here. So this company started in 2012 in Finland. I am a pharma. I am an engineer plus MBA. No biology, by the way. If anyone was asking, I never studied it. I was working in pharma. There was a pharma company called Novartis Healthcare. In 3 years, I was leading one division of that entirely. I got really bored of working in a company. So I quit. My brother-in-law, who's the co-founder in this company with me, got to know about this topic because he has a disease called psoriasis, which is genetic. And there is no solution to find it. There is no way to find that you will get psoriasis or not. No blood report. There is nothing apart from DNA testing. So we Googled and we found out about this company in Europe, Finland. So we just went there. We just found about it. We liked it so much that we bought stakes in the company. We're like, India ka business bhi hum karenge aur company bhi hame kharidni hai. So we bought the stakes on the company straight all together. That's why we have the rights of the company, India distribution, and the right of the parent company. Oh. So the MyDNApedia is ours. And hence we are so much connected to it, and that's how we are growing it.
Great.
So I would like to add on Rupeshji. He's heading our Western region only. So he sits in Mumbai. So you can visit him anytime, Rupeshji, and you can have more questions.
Yeah, definitely.
Participants who have so many questions with the brand.
Yeah,
so,
this topic is very interesting. Everybody looks after it, and I think everybody is gunning for nowadays. Everybody is looking for the proper health, and they should be very keen to know what kind of diseases they should have, or how they can take care of themselves. So kind of very, very good discussion we're going on.
Rupeshji, we'll plan half an hour Zoom call just between you and me.
Yes,
let's do that.
Right,
I would love.
Rupesh is showing more interest rather than the participant. He wants to invest for the franchisee now. Okay, so the next question is being asked by Ajankya Agnihotri. What is the franchise fees for 5 years?
The franchisee fees is 3 lakh plus 2 lakh. 3 lakh is the franchisee fee. 2 lakh is the annual training fee, which you pay every year because one, we do give you 24/7 scientific support. 2, we bring on new products to India. So I just told you about the fitness. Excuse me. I just told you about the fitness product. where what kind of sports a child should play, or what kind of future or which position they should play. We are that accurate that we can tell you that you should play forward, you should play backward, you should play central in football, or you should do batting or bowling in cricket. We give you that accurate data. So we are also working in one more test where we can tell you that what is your career in future. You should go in science, in arts, what is your genetically wise. So, and we are, by the way, 99.9% accurate, guys. Every single test runs minimum 7 to 8 research papers. We don't give any result before that.
So I think now people will stop going to astrologers instead to come.
By the way, Neha ji, just adding one point, our biggest Indore one of the biggest influencers is an astrologer in Indore. Who said that I am giving you astrology report, go get DNA tested done, see both of them are matching or not. He's our biggest influencer. He gives me minimum 15 to 20 tests per month.
Great, great. Well, you're helping them also. Good to know.
Exactly.
So there's one more question. Marmik is asking, is it only collection center where the testing taking place?
Yes, it is a collection center. First testing is self-collection. It can be tested at your home, at your clinic. It can be tested anywhere. The person collects the DNA themselves. The only important part is letting it dry. The only thing which can kill the DNA is the moisture, nothing else. So you have to let it dry for 30 minutes in the open air. Simple, take it, let it dry. Just keep it like this. That's it. No, nothing else. Then close it after 30 minutes and you're done.
So in the centers, a lot of centers are running. So how much exactly collection is there? What turnover in a month?
In India, I'm doing right now 450 to 500 tests per month, which is equivalent to, there are 6 labs in India running right now for DNA testing. That total is not 500 and mine is 500. FYI, this is the real facts going in India right now. And again, this is just, I have just 2 franchises, which is Bangalore and Indore. Remaining all are consultants. They are not running full time for this. They are doing other products parallelly to this. So imagine just 2 cities giving me this much. If more cities open up, sky's the limit over here.
Sure, I'm sure. I can understand that. We can all see it only by talking to you. I'm sure it's a wonderful brand and the concept you have. So there's one more question I would like to take up. Ujit Bhaskar is asking, are you open to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana? And what is the royalty? If you have any kind of royalty?
Ujit, yes, we are open over there. Ujit, we don't have a royalty model. As I told you, you get a certain margin per test, right? It's upon you how you take how you divide the margins, but you have to pay certain amount to us per test, and that's how we are.
Okay. Nimesh is asking, are you ready for tier 3 cities?
Nimeshji, we are open everywhere across India. I actually had a call a couple of days with someone in Bhuj, Gandhidham. So tier 4 cities, we are open for everywhere.
Great. Okay, Ajankya Agnihotri is asking, are medicos required for running the labs?
Ajinkya ji, no, we don't need, you are not running the lab. You need medicos to go and collect the sample and talk to about the product scientifically to doctors, because those are the people doctors talk with generally more often. So these are the people.
So if the samples has been collected to Mumbai or for anywhere Nagpur or anywhere Indore, so how the collection center will approach to Mumbai? I mean, how you will collect from Nagpur or any tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities?
Rupesh, is simple as that. You courier it to us. It's a simple courier. You make a box, make sure that the tubes are individually separate. There is an envelope coming in the tube. You keep the tube in that. There is a consent form. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention this. We take patient's approval. We are the only company in India, again, who takes patient's approval before taking the DNA, so that the patient and we are safe, taking the approval that, yes, we follow US FDA and European guidelines, which are stricter than India every single time. That's why we take the consent and ask them to send the form to us. So that's when, so again, it's normal courier. Rupesh, if it's in Nagpur, you collect 10 kits, you make it in one bunch, you courier it to Indore. From Indore, it's our responsibility to send it forward.
Okay, we'll move to another question. Mukesh is asking, what is the cost of test kit and is it approved by Indian government also?
Mukesh, we don't charge you for the test kit. We charge you for the entire report over here. But if you want to understand, the test kit roughly cost you around 400 to 500 if you're talking about just the testing kit. 500. Second is talking about the government approval. Indian government is still behind DNA testing laws in diagnostics. We are the only company which are actually working with the government to frame laws for India. So we are working with them parallelly because we are following US FDA, European medical authorities. So we are giving them better guidelines to how to go forward in this.
Okay. Soham, as a question, I think it is not valid. The question is not valid, but there must be a kind of license which is required to running this business. So the medical license is something which I think you don't need.
No,
Or
Soham,
his
we
partner
don't
doesn't.
need.
So do we
Sorry.
have any other license which we require?
So we just advise to take a pathology license. Just advise it. Again, there are no laws, but we just advise just safekeeping. Keep one so
Safer
that
side.
just safer side, which costs roughly 2,000 one time and goes for 10 years. So it's
That's
not
fine.
very expensive.
2,000
Exactly.
is like nothing if you are going into a business and investing so much. So for a safer side, you can invest 2,000 rupees.
Exactly.
Okay, and how marketing to be done?
Marmik, we train you to go and talk to all the influencers, how to pitch them. Everything is done to us. We give you materials, leave behind leaflets, different printed materials to go and talk about them. There are different, you can organize webinars and we will come digitally and take the sessions for you. We do a lot of society events. So BNIs, roundtables, Rotary Club, Lions Club, we do sessions for them. Keep on doing for them.
And I'm sure that national, you must be supporting into national marketing, which anyway is going from your side.
Exactly, which we do anyway. That's a separate story, but it reaching the individual states is tough, but we keep on doing for individual states as well.
Okay. There is one more question I would like to take up. Umesh is asking, why would a person go for a DNA test? So I think it's already been covered because we were discussed a lot, Umesh. I think I'm a little late taking up your question. You mentioned it at 8:01 and it's 8:15 and we have covered almost everything. Why you need to go for a DNA test? Why you going to astrologer to know about your future? You would rather go for a DNA test to know about your life and future and health.
Exactly.
So, okay, I think cost of test we have already covered. Any franchise in Surat and you're open for Surat also?
Umeshji, there are no franchises in Surat. We are open for Surat as well right now.
Okay. Ganesh is asking if we want people to join. Is there any seminar conducted so people can get an interest in the test?
So
like
we can
promote the brand, or I would say the DNA, because this DNA testing is something which is not very much there in India. If we all know this is a fact, right? So we have to educate people for that. So are we doing any kind of seminars, any marketing activities for the same?
Ganesh, as I highlighted earlier, we do seminars with BNIs, with Rotary Clubs, with different authorities right now. Again, if you want us to when you take a franchisee from us and you ask us to take a webinar for you arrange the audience, we will come and speak about it. We are completely open and we do that for our other franchisees.
One more question is been asked: how are we planning to connect with the doctors to recommend the DNA tests?
So the MRs, which I was telling you earlier, the medical representatives goes to the doctor and pitch the product. It's similar as a pharma distribution. In pharma, the MR goes and talks to doctor and tells them to prescribe. This is what we do similarly over here.
One more question is here. Umesh is asking, any competitors in this area? I don't think so. So, but you can tell them.
There is not a single company which is going to the influencers and asking them to prescribe. Every single one of them is doing cold calling, and cold calling is not the way to go over here.
I have a question. Since my background is science, so is there any difference in between stem cell and DNA or anything like?
Very different. Both are, Rupesh ji, you are asking what is different between sun and moon. It's as different as that.
Rupesh needs a one-on-one session with you, I'm sure. We want to meet you over coffee, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. It is an interesting subject. Definitely, I will call to.
I can see so many questions are still pending actually. So people are showing their interest in the brand because the concept itself is really good.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So is there any restrictions? Okay. Is there any area restrictions after getting franchisee?
Area restriction is a city exclusivity, which we tell you, let's say, if just an example, if someone is taking for Surat and there is nothing in Vapi, the person is very free to go and take in Vapi. But if someone else takes in Vapi, then we tell you that Vapi area, Vapi district is for them and Surat district is for you. If we decide 4 franchisee in Bangalore, then we say the north, west, east, north, south, east, west, Bangalore's are separate and you have your unique. And then you run in that area only. But that comes when there is another franchisee coming in your proximity.
Okay.
Bibin is asking, I guess, who are our competitors?
Yeah, so I think we don't have any as of now.
We have competitors who are selling online. There is not a single competitor, as I highlighted, who's selling this product via doctors. And any of the people who are selling to the doctor even is not talking about preventive healthcare. They just talks about child children or prenatal, which is children born before that, to have what kind of future diseases they can have, and which is they are not accurate. But by the way, guys, they're 70% accurate, and that's why we are not there. We decided not to be there.
Understood. I think we have already covered this. Nimesh is asking, does it require any approval from Indian Medical Association? So it doesn't need, right?
Exactly.
One more question I would like to take up. This is a big this has become self-collection sample after some times. What if customer directly sent to lab of Franchise India?
But how? We don't have e-commerce on our portal. How will they buy the test?
Right.
If you go to my website, there is no e-commerce, guys. I don't sell directly to the customers. I don't want to do that. I want the influencers to prescribe so that there is holistic training to go forward.
Right, correct. Okay, thank you so much. Lovely, wonderful brand you have, and I personally got to know a lot about your brand, and I'm sure the people who are already there on this webinar at present today, they have got to know a lot of information, because I could see lots of questions being coming on into the Q&A box. Even Rupesh ji still have so many questions to ask. For that, he will personally visit you because he stays nearby only. And Rupesh ji, please meet him and get to know more details, because you have to work hard on the brand. And lovely brand, Ankit ji. I must say, I mean, there is a lot of potential and scope is there with your brand, because we are meeting and talking with the brands almost on daily basis, so we can understand this thing. And it's wonderful to know about the brand itself, and to know about you as well. Even you have just shared the history, how you decided to come up with this brand or the model here in India. So everything is so beautiful, and all the very best. I'm sure you're going to get really good results very soon. So thanks a lot for your time. Have a good evening. Thank you so much.
You too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Neha, for being a lovely host. Thank you, Rupesh ji. We'll again, if anyone wants to catch up, can connect via Neha directly to me, and we can plan a tri-party call. Thank you so much.
Certainly. Thank you. So the panelists, thank you so much for your time. And I believe that the brand details and insights shared will greatly benefit you to choose the right option for our business plan. Again, I would like to give you a reminder to open this link I have shared in our chat box and register yourself in India's biggest business expo coming up on 15th and 16th July at Pragati Maidan, Delhi. I'm sure you never want to miss this opportunity to meet all the brands under one roof. If your questions were not answered during the live event, you know the procedures. You can write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in, or you can call us on our hotline number, which is 9717683838 or you can always just drop me a text on my WhatsApp directly, which is 8800493728. Have a lovely evening. You're going to receive a email on your registered mail ID from my mail ID itself just after this webinar. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening to everyone. Thank you, Rupesh.
Thank you. Thanks.